Welcome back. This is going to be an ace match. Sparkyz versus STX Seoul. Game 5. Quick rundown of what's happened so far. In Game 1, Calm beat Type B with some excellent mutalist play. In Game 2, Hogel took out Cal, going Neo Sauron and showing that Protoss is still a little bit better. I mean, Zerg is still a little bit better than Protoss. Game 3, Lita took out Hwasun. Yeah, what can I say? Lita's better. Game 4, Secret proves that he is not good against Zerg and loses to Bai Hero. Anyways, this is the ace match, and this is going to be Lita. Wait, no, not. It is going to be Yarnk versus Cal. And so that was Yarnk there as the teal Zerg in the western position. This is Cal up here as the brown Protoss in the northeast position. Once again, if you haven't watched last week, Sparkyz versus KT, you should do that because I'm once again going to be spoiling that. So go check it out. Anyways, in that game, in that series, which also went to an ace match, I think there was a little bit of head games going on. Typically, when you ever have KT in an ace match, you expect Flash to be coming out in the ace match. KT playing a little bit of head games, I think, and decided to put out Violet, who had actually lost his game instead of Flash. So instead of Lita getting a chance at a TVT game, Lita was in a TVP game and lost that. So Lita has seriously been struggling against Protoss this season. So that is one contributing factor of why Lita is not in this game right now. Another contributing factor is that this is a Zerg favored map, partially a Protoss favored map. Certainly Protoss over Terran is big on Outsider SE. But so putting Yarnk in this both gives them a Zerg versus Protoss, which rather than having Lita versus a Protoss, which is pretty bad. And the other thing is that, you know, this gives them a little bit of a map advantage. However, Yarnk has not been playing particularly hot this season. His last game was actually on this map against, who was it against? It was against a Terran, a good Terran, maybe really? Let me look this up real quick. This is Yarnk versus Upmagic, actually. And Yarnk went for a crazy outsider exploit build where he snuck his drone over and went for the double gas expansion, was going for very, very, very quick late game tech, very quick defilers and ultralists off of that 4 gas, but Upmagic was able to do a nice drop on that base and take out the double gas expansion. Yarnk going for something definitely different so far. He is putting down his hatchery at the natural expansion. He is also putting down a third hatchery, which is in his main base. I'm sorry if you hear some pounding noise. I don't know what is happening upstairs of me, but it is making some sort of racket. Anyways, that probe scout is coming in. He is going to be able to see the spawning pool, the extractor timing, and that extra hatchery. Zergling's chasing it away and probably going to be able to pin it in and kill it as it goes and tries to scout the northeast around that outsider ring. In the meanwhile, Cal is also doing something a little bit odd. He is sticking with a one-base strategy on outsider. Actually, a lot of Protosses tend to go either one-base strategy or to put their expansion sort of in a weird place a little bit later. Actually, 2 gateways going down for Cal, so he is going to be going for early aggression. Cal, once again, this is... sorry, I'm backing up a little bit. It's pretty interesting that they chose Cal to play on this. You know it's an outsider, why wouldn't you field Calm? I would assume that they would have fielded Calm. Lita has been doing incredibly well against Zerg this season, so I think more head games have been played, and that's why Cal is in the lineup rather than Calm. And it's also weird because Calm won his game. This is a pretty Zerg-favored map, and Cal lost his game, and so, I don't know, pretty odd, but mind games going on both sides, and we're ending up with Yarnk versus Cal, and both players going for, you know, atypical builds, at least on standard maps. These are a little bit more familiar builds, I would suppose, on this map. And Hydralisk's actually coming out for Yarnk, early Hydralisk, and it might be 2 base lurkers, 2 base 3 hatchery lurkers coming very quickly. 2 gateways, like I said, on the way for Cal, and we are yet to see what sort of tech option he might choose. He does have Dragoons out in the area and Dragoon range being upgraded, but that's pretty typical of any Protoss play. No matter what they're going, they're pretty much always going to have Dragoons and range for those Dragoons. But this is going to be exciting. I have no idea how this is going to go. Like, usually I have my guesses that, you know, with statistics will be favoring one player over another, but honestly, Cal is really unpredictable. Yarnk has not been very consistent lately, so you can say that he's unpredictable in terms of that, but Cal coming in finally has built up his army off of those 2 gateways, going in for a timing attack right now. Yarnk trying to do a little bit of defense, putting down some sunken colonies. They are not going to be there in time. The first Dragoons are already on the way. Hydralisk coming in to defend, but that is a lot of Dragoons. Drones having to be pulled off the line, and those drones are in a little bit of a choke point. The first sunken colony goes down before it can ever be built. Hydralisks are dying by the handful. Drones are getting attacked now too. Those no drone deaths yet. 1 drone dies, but there are only 2 Hydralisks now left. The first sunken colony finally comes out, but there are still almost 10 Dragoons in the area. More reinforcement Dragoons coming in, and Yarnk is in a lot of trouble. Let's see, what can he do right now? I don't know. He needs just a huge swarm of Zerglings and Hydralisks to be popping right now if he wants to stop this. His drones are also going down, and unfortunately he has put his lair down there in the natural expansion. I think he did that earlier just to hide the timing of it while there was still a scout in his base, but unfortunately that means his lair is going to be going down because Dragoons have completely surrounded him right now, and Dragoons are taking out... Oh no, we see him typing. That is not a good sign. That was GG. They got the hand movements of the GG. Everybody knew it was coming. So Yarnk in a very non-standard choice for Sparkyz for an ace match. Generally, of course, like I've been saying, you always see Lita there. But Yarnk coming in on Outsider and against a Protoss, which Lita's struggled against, trying to do his best to do his thing, but Yarnk's thing has not been what it has used to been. That was very improper grammar, but you know what I'm talking about. He is he's not playing the best he's ever played, I guess is what I want to say, simply. So Sparkyz, once again, spoiler alert, but Sparkyz, twice in a row now going down in the ace match. At least they are pushing it to an ace match, which is better than they have been doing in round 2, but still suffering, and they need a very long hot streak right now to get themselves back into contention for playoff spots in the future. Playoffs are still a long way off, but you know, geez, what can I say? On the plus side, Lita is getting hot, so you know, as the Winners League approaches, maybe that's good that he is getting himself under control, and he might be able to do a little bit of damage in the Winners League. But for now, Sparky's suffering quite a lot. Anyways, I think the next match is against Air Force Ace. Once again, I'm still in catch-up mode, so I'll be doing that as soon as I can and getting that up as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. See you then.